Khalas, it's time to turn a new page. We're going to make this work with my wife, with my husband. We're going to try and forgive and forget as much as possible. Then shaitan, instantly he will make his presence known. And he will try to limit this. And here you will have a fierce internal conversation between yourself and shaitan as he says to you, there is no need to pardon. Let me share with you some of that conversation, and I give you some equipment, inshallah, and weaponry to deal with this debate when it happens. So shaitan will, for example, say to you, no, you shouldn't pardon and forgive. You don't want to keep all of that poison inside of you and get ill. You should talk about it. Every time you're upset, make your voice heard. And don't forgive until you've spoken. I understand there is a space for making your voice heard, not constantly keeping everything in. But there's also a space, and this is what secular studies do not tell us, there's also a space for you to keep it inside of you as much as possible. And that is why in the hadith, the Messenger ﷺ, he said, مَا مِن جُرْعَةٍ أَحَبَّ إِلَى اللَّهِ مِن جُرْعَةِ غَيْظٍ يَكْظِمُهَا عَبْدٌ. There isn't anything that can be swallowed that is dearer to Allah than rage that is swallowed and kept inside. And then the hadith says, وَمَا كَظَمَهَا عَبْدٌ لِلَّهِ إِلَّا مَلَأَ جَوْفَهُ إِيمَانًا. And when a person swallows his rage for the sake of Allah, Allah will fill his inside with iman. So shaitan will say to you, you gotta let it out, otherwise you will be filled with poison and anger. And the Prophet ﷺ saying to you, no, you will be filled with iman. There is a space to talk about it every now and then. Pick your battles. But there is also a space for self-restraint, keeping it inside. So that's part of the conversation, and that's how you respond. Then shaitan will say to you, Ya akhi, why should you pardon anyway? Don't make it a big deal. Alhamdulillah, you pray, you fast, you go halaqah, you read Quran, you give sadaqah. You think you're going to go to hell if you don't pardon your husband or your wife? Forget about it. Doesn't matter. We're not going to ask for forgiveness. And we don't want them to forgive us either. How do you respond to this devilish suggestion? With the hadith. تعرض الأعمال في كل اثنين وخميس. That people's deeds, Bukhari and Muslim, the hadith of Abu Hurairah, people's deeds are presented to Allah every Monday and Thursday. فَيَغْفِرُ اللَّهُ لِكُلِّ امْرِئٍ لَا يُشْرِكُ بِاللَّهِ. And Allah forgives every Muslim who does not associate partners with Allah. Every Monday and Thursday, MashaAllah. Wait, there is an exception. إِلَّا امْرَأً كَانَتْ بَيْنَهُ وَبَيْنَ أَخِيهِ شَحْنَاء. With the exception to two individuals who've fallen out. يُقَالُ أُتْرُكُوا هَذَيْنِ حَتَّى يَصْطَلِحَا. And it said, leave those two. Don't forgive their sins till they make up. La ilaha. When you hear this hadith, you think that's just you and your friend. What about you and your spouse? Who is your best friend? So this satanic whispering or suggestion that you've got so many deeds, you're okay. No, we're not okay, because the forgiveness of Allah is withheld, suspended every Monday and Thursday till we make up. Then shaitan will say, look, fine, all right, you got me there. But give it time. Give it time. Khalas, we will amend the relationship. We will forgive. But not now. Give it a year. I dealt with a case today, and they haven't been talking for about 2 years and a half, husband and wife. No kalam for 2 years and a half. The hadith says, the hadith of Abu Khirash, Hadrad ibn Abi Hadrad, in Sunan Abi Dawood, he said, "Man hajara akhahu sanatan fahuwa kasafki damih." Whoever boycotts his brother for a year, it's as if he has killed him. Whoever boycotts his brother for a year, it's as if he shed his blood. It's huge. How can shaitan say this? Then shaitan will say, fine, ya habibi, not a year. Give it a week. Give him another hadith. لا يحل لامرئ أن يهجر أخاه فوق ثلاث. It is not permissible for a person to boycott his brother for over 3 days. فمن هجر أخاه فوق ثلاث ثم مات دخل النار. And so whoever boycotts his brother over 3 days and dies will enter the fire. La ilaha illallah. Then shaitan will say, fine, khalas. Wait for him to initiate the apology. Wait for him. The hadith says, وَخَيْرُهُمَ الَّذِي يَبْدَأُ بِالسَّلَامِ. The best of the two who've fallen out is the one who initiates the salam. Don't be the weaker party, be the better party. You initiate the salam. Then shaitan will say, right, even if I was to accept the apology, you were to accept the apology, that's going to bring your status down a notch. You're going to become like a doormat. Like you're an easy target. We can do it again and again. And you will be seen. You're going to put your foot down and say, I don't accept your forgiveness. And there is a hadith here as well. But this one is even more emphatic, where the Prophet ﷺ takes an oath by the name of Allah. And he said, ثَلَاثٌ أُقْسِمُ عَلَيْهِنْ. There are three matters that I swear by Allah must happen. What are they? مَا نَقَصَ مَالٌ مِّن صَدَقَةٍ. Money that is given in charity does not decrease. That's number one. He said, I swear. Number two, وَمَا زَادَ اللَّهُ عَبْدًا بِعَفْوٍ إِلَّا عِزَّةً. When a person pardons, Allah increases them in izzah, in dignity. وَمَنْ تَوَاضَعَ لِلَّهِ رَفَعَهُ اللَّهُ. And whoever humbles himself for the sake of Allah, Allah will elevate him. Do you believe the Prophet alayhi salatu wasalam? Subhanallah. So close all of the gateways for shaitan. Overcome these hurdles. And I ask you a question, my brother, my sister, a person who hears all of these ahadith and all of these threats and all of these opportunities, yet still insists that I will not ask for forgiveness or I will not give for forgiveness. What is this person but a person whose heart has died and has no real interest in the home of the hereafter?